What's good, YouTube fans? We're filming a brand new video. It's wild card week, and we're doing the same thing as we do every other week. But this one, we're going to go a little more in depth, probably, because I've actually watched every single game. So you know how this go. We're going to get right into it. San Fran versus Seattle. This was actually the only game. I know I said I watched every single game. It was actually the only game I kind of missed a little bit. I seen the end of it. I was out in the first half. I saw it was close. Seattle actually had it close for the first half. They were winning it a little bit. But the Niners, I mean, they just took off in the second half. Geno Smith looked like Geno Smith, but good looks for him. He did get that garbage time second touchdown, which I had the over 1.5 touchdowns. So love that for him. Niners look like a team to beat right now. But, hey, still looking for the birds. But, like, hey, the Niners look really good. Seattle, we didn't expect them to win anyway. It's a division game. The Niners know them well. So, I mean, we expected the Niners to win. The next game is the Jags versus the Chargers. This was a Saturday night game. I mean, what a great game this was. It was 27-0 Chargers, and you just thought, dang, like, Trevor Lawrence looks awful. He threw 4 picks. He looked absolutely terrible. And you were thinking, oh, this is it for the Jags. They had their run. They're not looking good. But the Jags kept fighting, man. They kept going, scored a couple touchdowns. You think, okay, making it a close game. Next thing you know, it's 30-26. And Joey Bosa slams his helmet, and they get the 2-point conversion at the 1-yard line, and all Trevor Lawrence does is jump over the pile, reaches over, gets the 2-point conversion. Now it's 30-28, so the Jags can win off a field goal. The defense locks up, locks down. They get the ball back, and they're able to get into field goal range and win with a game-winning field goal, 31-30. I mean, it was a crazy game. I don't even know where the Chargers go from now. They're probably going to fire the coach because of that blown lead. They'll go for Sean Payton, something like that. And the Jags, I mean, they're playing the Chiefs now, and hey, we're gonna see what they're gonna do. I don't think it's gonna be a really great game, but hey, you never know. Doug Peterson gets his guys going, so you never know. The next game is the 1 o'clock game, the Bills versus Dolphins. The Dolphins, you expected they'd come in and they would not look very good. I mean, they Skylar Thompson starting at quarterback. The Bills pretty much was fully healthy as much as they could be, and you just thought the Bills should blow them out, like they should. But hey, man, Dolphins played tough. Skylar Thompson played really well, honestly. The receivers, I mean, Waddle was dropping a bunch of passes he should not have. He picked it up a little bit in the second half, but I mean, the first half he was like 0 for 4. Like, he had no catches. It was looking rough. He had some bad drops. A lot of the players had bad drops. Both teams, really. Skylar Thompson, I thought he played pretty well. Honestly, I think if Waddle is able to catch some of those balls, like, they should probably win that game. I mean, the Bills, I mean, Josh Allen, man, he throws some bad picks, and that worries me for against the Bengals. I don't know if you could win. Like, you throw some bad picks. I know the one was tipped, but it was a bad fumble in the start of the second half. I mean, he gets a sack, like, he's getting sacked, and the ball just flies out his hand. I don't even know how he lost it, and then picked up for a touchdown. I mean, you let that happen against one of those better teams, like, you're not coming back from that. Listen, if Josh Allen plays the way he's been playing, with these bad turnovers, some interceptions, some of them just fumbles, being really reckless and with the ball, I mean, you're not beating the Chiefs or the Bengals. So, like, the Buffalo Bills could just kiss their chances goodbye if he plays like that. But we know he can play great. So if he just plays how you expect him to play, they could still be the team to beat. I mean, like, this could really go one way or the other. I mean, it really all depends on Josh Allen. The next game is the Giants versus Minnesota. This was one of the upsets of the weekend. Giants looked really good. I mean, their offense was unstoppable. But I personally think that was more, I mean, the Vikings' defense, my goodness, was it god-awful. It was so terrible. They looked awful. The Giants were able to score almost every drive. I mean, the Vikings' defense could not put anything together to stop them. But listen, I got to give credit to Dable. I mean, he's got Daniel Jones playing lights out. He's been playing really well this season. He's been playing great now. Like, I mean, he's been very well. He looks like he could actually be a franchise quarterback. Now, I think they'll probably franchise tag him and see what they do there. But, I mean, he's been playing really well. And then on the other side, Kirk Cousins, 4th and 8. And what does he do? He throws a 3-yard pass to Hawkinson. That goes nowhere. He gets tackled, and that ends the game. Listen, he's just a good quarterback. That's all he is. He's just good. He's not great. He's not going to give you over the hedge. Like, He's just okay. Like, he's good. He's good. He's a good quarterback. That's all he is. I mean, you need a difference maker, and I think Minnesota might. I think they're going to stick with him for now, but honestly, if I'm them, I think you blow it up and you try to reset and build around Justin Jefferson. I mean, he got locked down again. It seems like on almost every one of their losses, he was getting shut down, and that's the key. Shut down Justin Jefferson, you beat the Vikings. And then the night game, Bengals-Ravens, another rematch from literally last week. Well, what a great game that was. I thought it was going to be close. I really did, because I think even without Lamar, the Ravens they just know how to lock up Joe Burrow. I mean, their defense plays so well against Joe Burrow. I don't know how Harbaugh does it, but he does it every single time they play. Joe Burrow's worst performances are against the Baltimore Ravens. And Ravens should have won that game, man. And I think if they had Lamar, they do win that game. But even without him, I still think they should have won, because it's it's a full 1 yard, and they had Huntley try to jump over the pile. He jumped at like the 2 yard line. You're not reaching over that. And then he forced the fumble. Bengals, I think it was Hubbard, ran it down for a touchdown. I mean, he was gassed. And I don't even blame him, bro. 98 yards, he was gassed. And that ended up being what the deciding factor. Because the Ravens had a chance at the end. I mean, threw it up into the end zone. And Brochet, he had a chance to get the ball. It was on his fingertips. I know he was thinking about that all night. I mean, I couldn't even imagine being in that position. Like, the ball was right there. He could have saved it. He could have caught it and got the touchdown. But the Bengals offense did not look very good against them. But I would not be worried about them next week, because I think it's just the Baltimore Ravens play really well against Burrow. I think next week against the Bills, I think they'll play great again. And then it'll depend on what, like I said, Josh Allen does. It depends if he makes a few mistakes. I don't think the Bengals mess up on that. But, hey, you never know. And then the final game of the weekend was the Cowboys versus Bucks. Hate both of those teams. You know, I hate Brady, hate the Cowboys. Hey, but the Cowboys absolutely whooped up on Tampa. I mean, it was a domination. The only thing about Dallas that looked bad, Maher missed 4 extra points in a row. It was crazy as hell. He missed 3 all season. He missed 4 in the game. It was absolutely insane. But Brady looked awful, and the Bucks looked really bad. I mean, they looked like a below 500 football team. I mean, it honestly shouldn't have been surprising. They looked bad. They looked like what they were all year. They couldn't score. The defense couldn't really get stops on good teams. I mean, this is what you expected, really. I mean, the Cowboys were the better team going in. I mean, you should have thought they were going to win. Now they're going to San Fran next week, so we're going to see what happens with that. I mean, San Fran's a really good team. We're going to see if Cowboys could keep this going, or if they're going to fall apart like they always do. I don't know. That'll do for the wild card thoughts and predictions. Come back next Monday for the next episode, because the games will be done on Sunday, so I will be doing it Monday instead of Tuesday. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment if you like. Peace.